I started it. I didn't even realize. Hi, everybody. I know it's been a long time since I have posted a video. I've been just going through some things and doing renovations at my salon, and just so much going on. I didn't really feel like having much to say, but today I feel like it's probably a good time to start. I just wanted to get some things out. One thing I've learned is that, you should never play a dirty game in life. There's no reason to sit there and talk bad about people. There's no reason to make other people feel less than what they are. Never lose a good friendship. Admit when you're wrong. Admit when you've done things that aren't, perfect. And, if you've hurt somebody, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you're wrong and admitting that, you've made a mistake. Apologize for your mistake. And move forward. You don't want to lose good friendships over stupid shit. And basically, life isn't about just always being right, and you're never always right. But one thing's for sure is that we should never, and I mean never, put other people down just to make it better than yourselves. Unfortunately, I'm going through something right now where somebody has returned to the place where I have been, and they continuously, constantly are harassing and putting me down to make me feel less than what I am. And unfortunately, I did let it get to me a little bit, and it sucked. It really did suck. It hurt my feelings, and it made me second guess myself. But I ran up myself, and I was like, no, I got this. And being stressed out, I put on some more weight and whatever, but I really don't care because I'm pretty happy for the most part with myself. I make some pretty bad choices when I decide to get stressed and allow things to stress me out. But that's besides the point. In life, we should never look back and be mad at the people who are succeeding. Never look back at the ones that make us feel less than we are, and why they're not in our lives anymore makes a difference. And we have to remember why they aren't in our lives anymore. Whether they were friends for a long period of time, whether they were friends for just a short period of time, those people really don't matter, that have hurt you and are just toxic for you all around. I tried reaching out to a friend of mine who clearly wasn't meant to be in my life anymore, and she couldn't move past it. And yeah, it hurt. I understand she's hurting, but when you're only able to see one side of a problem, you become numb to seeing other people's. And we have to learn how to get out of our pity party and stop threatening and treating people like they're not worth anything. If you're willing to throw things aside for one argument and one disagreement, then that's on you, and you don't know how to move things forward, and you're always going to be stuck living in the past, and you're never going to be able to move forward from there. And unfortunately, people get stuck there. But to be a bully and to be an asshole, and there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it at all. I've been thankful to meet some incredible people along my journey. When I'm wrong, I admit when I'm wrong. I know when I'm wrong. That's a big thing that people need to learn how to do. But I've met some pretty incredible people. I'm still very thankful every day for my best friend, and she's always there for me no matter what. Even when she feels like she's not, she's there, and she doesn't even realize that she is. Because it's those things that she reminded me to say that, she would probably make me do this. And sometimes I don't like what she has to say, but for the most part, it's pretty true. I still make my own decisions at the end of the day. But, unfortunately, it is what it is. I'm fallen for somebody that I really probably shouldn't right now. And it's not really that I've fallen for them, it's just that we made another connection. And I was always waiting for the combination of a sexual connection and a spiritual connection between somebody. And I seem to have found it. But I have seemed to have found it in the wrong person. But I don't know if it's the wrong person yet. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to force anything from happening. I don't want to force anything to happen. But I do know that I really do enjoy him. And as much as, I want him, distance and time are against us once again, because that seems to be the story of my life and everything. If anything that I've learned in this connection that I've made is that maybe I'm ready to open up again. I've disconnected myself for the most part from certain people like Mr. Nice Eyes and stuff like that. We keep in contact here and there, but we've really let go of that. And thinking that maybe that we were a twin flame and things like that was something that was really kind of something that I needed to like work on. And I was like, I don't know if this is the person for me, you know, because I knew I could never keep it. But being able to disconnect from that has been pretty cool, and it's been pretty interesting how it happened. But for the most part, I'm trying to just live forward and move forward from the past, and just not to hold expectations. And that's the hardest thing to do, I find, is holding expectations for people. And I have to realize that sometimes people treat us the way that they treat us is only because they don't know how to be themselves, and they don't know how to treat themselves properly. They think they might, but they're actually just hurting themselves in the end. And fortunately, that's what happens a lot. But being a bully and moving and treating people like they don't exist, or people, not even that they don't exist, but treating them like they're these evil people when they're really not. And the only thing is you're scared of yourself, and and you're just trying to push these people away to make yourself feel better. That's not right. And you're not really push them away, is being a bully and being mean. There's no reason for it. It's tiring. My whole life, basically, I was bullied. It's gonna be hard for me to talk about. But it's good to talk about things like this too, so that people know that, not everybody's perfect, and not everybody, lives the most glorious life, because we all know that I don't. But growing up, when we moved to another city, I started getting bullied pretty bad from boys, and it started the girls, and the girls were really always mean to me, and I didn't understand why. I was always different. I remember having these yellow elephant pants. I don't know if some of you watching this remember these pants, but they were just really baggy, almost looked like Madro type of pants. And not coming from a rich family, my mom made me these pants so that I could have a cool pair. But knowing that they weren't name brands or exactly what they were, that was something that was, used against me. And I was the first one to start wearing pink hair. I was a really quirky little girl, always wanted to play little sports, wanted to be playing with the boys. I was raised with a bunch of guys, so I was more comfortable around boys. And it was pretty bad. Like it got to the point where I remember having to call my aunt to take me to school because they were waiting for me. And those are things I didn't want to talk about with everybody all the time, because I didn't feel like I needed to. My brother growing up was bullied, and before we moved, and unfortunately he would take it out on me, and it made me a stronger woman. Like, I don't hate my brother at all. Like, I love my brother to pieces, and I wish him nothing but the best. He's an amazing father, a great husband, hardworking man. And he's an example of what we should be in life, except for when he gets angry, because then it's like a little like, whoa. But then again, so am I. But my brother's a great, amazing person, and he didn't deserve that either. But he got so bullied to the point where he got sick, and he got ulcers and things like that from being bullied so much, in the nerves and things. And unfortunately, he would come home and beat me up and take it out on me, and I took it like a champ. And it got to the point where we were just laughing it out. But then I went to high school, and elementary school was pretty bad, and then high school got even worse, where I was like, everybody knew me, but everybody still made fun of me, and they never gave me a chance. And when the PCOS started kicking in, I started developing a lot of acne underneath my chin, and I had been made fun of because of that, because of acne, and being told that I was dirty and things like that. And it was pretty mean. And I left home at 18, and I ended up going and living on my own. I got myself a boyfriend. He was a really cool guy. When I first met him, I'll never forget, I was like, this guy is the sexiest man I've ever met. And we were together 7 years, and he was with me with diagnosis and everything. I'll never forget the day I found out that I couldn't probably have children. It was heartbreaking. It was something that really hurt. And that didn't bother me as much as being told that my ex's sister didn't want him to be with a fat bitch who can't have kids. That made me feel worthless. That made me feel like not even remotely close to being a woman. It made me try breaking up with him many of times. And he wouldn't. He was stuck by me, and he was incredible for that. And I'll never, ever take that away from him. I'll never want to take that away from him. And today he's an amazing father, and I'm so happy for him. His daughter is so cute. And I always knew he'd be a great dad, but I never thought I would be the one for him. And look, we never worked out, but he's still a great friend for me. And I know if I ever needed anything, he would be there for me if I needed it. But all my life it's been bullies. I'm 34 years old and it doesn't stop. It never stops. And that's the thing in life. It's tiring. You try your best to always be a good person. And you try your best to always to push forward and to be the bigger person and to be kind and to be supportive and, you know, to be a decent human fucking being. And it doesn't seem to stop. And I just keep telling myself that it's going to be better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better because I am better. I am better than those people. I am better than those people that feel the need to put me down. I feel the need to laugh at my struggles. Feel the need to laugh at my insecurities. They feel the need to make lies and stories about me that they don't even know about. And no matter where it is, whether I've been told, oh, it's just because you're on a small island, and it's not. Because it's been like this my whole life, and I lived in Canada, and just because I live on an island now doesn't make it any different. Women are vicious, and I don't understand why we fight so much for equality and to be such a support, and women are the worst, and they're the worst for me. And it doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, as much as it hurts me, I know I can rise above, and I know that in the end I will get what I deserve. And in the end, I know that all of this is all just going to be a lesson for me to be able to help. And whether or not this, me shedding these stupid tears or me just talking about my experiences will help people along the way, I don't know. And I don't know how many people watch this. I do if I check, but I don't really like to check. But I know that one day all of this stuff is going to come back, and it's going to be here to help people and to help somebody who made, even if it's just one person, I made a difference. That to me is worth the world. And like I said, as much as it hurts me, I feel bad for them. I feel bad that they feel that they have to stoop so low to hurt people and to make lies just to succeed in life. And I wish them nothing but love, and I wish them nothing but respect. And I hope that one day they will see the errors in their ways. And I'll hope that one day that they will not have to suffer the bullying that I've been through and the struggles that I go through. Because no one deserves it. Not everybody's as strong as they think. And I'm fortunate enough to come from a very strong mother and a very strong father. And having great grandparents who, just hearing their stories and knowing one of them, well, two of them, knowing them and knowing that they fought for their lives and, you know, how they were growing up, and makes me realize, you know what, I've got my strong blood in me, and I can move forward, and I'm here for a reason. And it's to have the broad shoulders and the big hands and the wide feet to be able to stand tall and stand my ground. And I was built to be a brick shit house. And Lord knows that this was all for a reason. And despite the tears, I'm going to keep smiling because that's what I need to do, and I need to move forward in life. And it's not easy, but it will happen. And I just ask that people just treat people with respect. And I ask that people just don't be the bully. Be better than the bully. Be a better version of yourself every day. Every day, just push forward and be better. And if you hear people talking about other people, just walk away. walk away and show them that you're better. Show them that there's so much more in this world than treating people like shit. Because in the end, karma will come. Karma may not show her face right away. She may not show you what she has in store, whether it's good or bad, but she will have her way. You may get a taste, but never the full plate. So be prepared and be mindful of how you treat people, and be mindful of the hurt that you cause, because that comes back. And I may be shedding tears today, but tomorrow I'm going to be smiling, because it's a new day and more room for accomplishment, more room for growth, and more room for my gifts to come. Whether or not, this guy that I really like is the one for me, or whether he's just my lesson, I don't know. All I know is I'm going to be better than I was today. And on that note, peace and love.